Hi everyone, it's Rob, Yoga Dad. I dusted off the Yoga Dad yellow t-shirt and I'm filming a new 15-minute desk-based yoga session. This is actually the desk that I use for the day job that I do at the Department for the Environment in the Civil Service, and I've just started recently actually running some of these desk yoga sessions both for colleagues at DEFRA but also across, more widely across the Civil Service. It's a great space to use because it actually has lots of challenges. Low ceilings, bedroom furniture, more often than not yoga dogs in the corner as well. So it's not without its kind of challenges that we kind of need to deal with, but at least it demonstrates that even in these kind of confined spaces, you can still find time to prioritise your physical and mental health. So the next in our mini sequences is called round the clock. And so for this, we'll be sitting at the desk and we'll be turning our knees around in that 12 o'clock position towards the desk, and then we'll be moving ourselves around to 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then back round to 12 o'clock again. Okay, so kind of demonstrating maybe how we feel about a lot of what we're doing in the days at the moment. It just feels like we're kind of working 24/7, whether it's work, homeschooling, care and responsibilities, working on the front line, that kind of thing. So we're going to start with a seated forward fold. So we're going to bring our seat a little bit further away from the desk, just to allow ourselves to land the hands now down on the desk in front of us. Okay, taking the feet that little bit wider than the seat, hips, knees out wider than the hips. And we're going to start slowly, and we might need to adjust ourselves around a few times just to get ourselves in the right position. So we're going to slowly place our palms down and just start lowering our head down between the upper arms. And as we do so, we might just start walking those fingers out along the desk, feeling that length that we're now creating all the way along from the fingers down towards the hips onto the seat. And just allowing our upper body now just to sink down to the same height as the hips, chest rounding forward, create some more space again across the shoulders. And by gently pressing down through the little fingers on either side, we can just allow the upper arms just to turn away ever so slightly from the shoulders. Neck nice and relaxed. And just really feel as though we're directing our breath now down towards the back body, in particular down towards the lower back. Deep inhales and exhales. Okay, slowly lifting ourselves back up again. Now I'm going to turn myself around to the 3 o'clock position. So in this position, I'll just move this laptop over to the side just a little bit. So we're going to take our left hand now out and place it down on the desk. We're going to inhale as we lift our right arm up. As we exhale, we're going to fold across. Okay. I might just move myself back a little bit further. Move that over. So there we go. Right, so left hand out on the desk, right arm up and overhead, and just start slowly sliding that left hand along the desk as the right arm reaches up and overhead. And just gently start walking those left fingers out as far as feels comfortable to you. If you feel that stretch all the way along the right side of the body, option to lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. And just be mindful of whether the right shoulder is just rounding down more towards the floor, and if it is, just lifting that right arm back up and overhead just to maximize that space across the chest and the shoulders, and really focus on that length that you're now creating all the way from the right fingers down towards the right hip, and using the support of the desk with the left hand landing down on it just to help deepen into that stretch. And slowly, on an inhale, lifting both arms up and overhead, and exhaling back down. Now, we're going to turn ourselves to the 6 o'clock position. So in this position, we're going to be doing a back bend. Okay, so we're going to start with a supported back bend, and there's an option as well to use the desk, which I'll go through in just a second. So first off, we take our right hand and just rest it on the base of the spine. Same with the left hand, so fingers pointing down towards the seat. And then we slowly start lifting and lengthening from the lower back, shoulders rounding back, opening up across the chest and lifting our gaze up towards the ceiling. And as we do so, we just start slowly resting the back body into the palms and just allowing that length to be created all the way along the spine, space across the chest and the shoulders, elbows drawing in towards the middle of the body, and just allowing the head either to look forward or up towards the ceiling if that feels comfortable to you. Now you can either stay in that position or take ourselves forward. And the option to use the desk, we take our right arm up, we rotate our right palm down towards the desk, right fingers pointing out, across the desk, away from us. And we do the same with the left hand. Let's just move that laptop over just for a moment. There we go. So left hand, right hand now onto the desk, fingers pointing away from us. We're reaching the left and right fingers out, pressing down through the palms, lifting the gaze up again, opening up across the chest, lengthening all the way along the spine from the lower back. Shoulders reaching back. Just by using that connection to the desk with our palms, we can really deepen into that stretch. But a lot depends on how much mobility you've got across the shoulders, the range of movements available to you. So if this feels uncomfortable at all, feel free just to revert back to that supported back bend we did earlier. Now tucking the chin in towards the chest, reaching the palms back forward again, just shaking the arms out just for a moment. Now we're going to take ourselves round to the 9 o'clock position, but because I then have my back to you, I'm going to just turn myself back round towards the front. So now to imagine that this is the right hand, okay? So again, we're going to do the lateral stretch on the opposite side. So right hand now placed down along the desk. Left hand up and overhead, left arm up and overhead. And just start slowly sliding the right hand along the desk. Left arm reaching over towards the right side. Feeling that stretch now all the way along the left side of the body. Left fingers reaching up, left hip grounding down towards the seat. And really feel as though you're directing the breath now into that space that you're creating along the side body. And then slowly lifting the arms back up again on an inhale, exhaling back down. And then we turn ourselves back round towards the front, moving that laptop back towards the middle. And again, just adjusting the seat as you need to. We'll ride back into our 12 o'clock position. This time we'll inhale and lift our arms up and overhead. Exhaling to fold forward, landing our hands back down on the desk, taking the feet, knees a little bit wider than the seat and the hips, and start slowly. And again, I just need to adjust my desk a little bit, my stool a little bit. Slowly start lowering the upper body down, between the thighs, walking the fingers away, length all the way from the fingertips, along the side body towards the hips again. Chest opening, pressing down through the little fingers to rotate the upper arms away, elbow creases up towards the ceiling. And really feel as though you're directing the breath again along the full length of the spine. Really paying particular attention to whether you can create more space with the breath to support muscle release. You deepen into this forward fold. Slowly lifting yourself back up again, walking the hands back in. I'll turn myself back round to the side. And there we go. That's the second of our micro sequences. That was round the clock. So remember, we start in the 12 o'clock position with the forward fold. 3 o'clock position, it's the lateral stretch on one side. 6 o'clock position, it's the back bend. 9 o'clock position, it's the lateral stretch on the other side. And then back round to that 12 o'clock position with the seated forward fold. I hope you really enjoyed that sequence. I certainly did. And I'll be back for the third instalment very soon.